Okay, so you've seen the access to the beach here in Sprecks. Now I'll show you a little bit of West Maui Mountains. And okay, the two athletes that we're going to interview today, Jake and Ferdinando. You've seen them both swim, and that's part of the training today. But we'll ask a little bit more concerning their training directly to them. Okay, so Jake, I know you're on a training program with Ferdinando since quite some time, and you do that to improve your power in windsurfing and your resistance, I assume. And I'll hand it over to you.
Yeah, we've been training for over a year now, and it really helps with my windsurfing. I feel like I'm ready to go in the water and I can stay out longer and have more powerful sessions rather than just free sailing, and it's really improved my sailing a lot.
So how does the training program articulate, Ferdinando? What exactly do you do? I know you do a bit of running, a bit of swimming, a bit of power training. How's that exactly?
Hi everybody. So first of all, always smile. Anyways, yeah, the training very important. The first part of training we do is a conditioning. So we work on, of course, very easy endurance, resistance, stamina, power and speed. It's very important on the training to get first to work on cardiovascular system. So cardiovascular system and lungs. So breathing. After that, we improve the power and the workout on legs and arms. One of the most interesting training I used to do on myself and Jake and Morgan Marot, Kevin Pichat, was the swimming. Swimming that we do is before windsurfing. The swimming that we do is not full swim. What we do is we use a kickboard and we use a buoy. So when we go in the water, we work only with legs. So we do laps with legs, different styles. Can be freestyle, breaststroke, or butterfly. Butterfly is very effective because of the movement, flotation, and pushing a lot with the quads. And then we do arms. Arms. So we put the buoy in the middle of our legs, and we work a lot on power, on the length of the strokes, and the same we do breaststroke, freestyle, and butterfly. Working on part of the body on swimming is calling the blood first on the legs when you use the kickboard legs, and call the blood back up on arms when you do the strokes exercise laps. So what's the point of this? Calling the blood up and down, moving the body in the water with the flotation, it allowed us to push the blood in every single part of the body. Another part is when you do a dry training, athletic or other things, exercises or bicycle, running, the blood goes too much down on our body. You charge too much your joints and ligament, tendons. So what you do in the water, swimming part of the body, so only legs, only arms, then do some exercises, alternate. You working on cardiovascular system, you working on muscle, you push the blood in every part of your body, but at the same time you don't charge your joint, your bones, your ligament. So this type of workout is about 70, 90, 110 laps in the pool. Allows you right before the swimming, right before the windsurfing, allows you to be super warm up, very loose and ready to go. Effective was for Morgan Marot and for Jake. They always told me that they feel so much better on go windsurfing after an hour and a half of swimming. So I really recommend to everyone to use the water. For the people that are in places where it's cold, they can use a swimming pool, and it's very important. Beside also the training, the benefits that the swimming does. Swimming this way, I repeat again, part of the body. Is one of the benefits is also to keep in contact with the water. So you go in the gym, you're not in the water, and we are a sailor. We are wave sailors or slalom sailor or techno or other categories, you know, RSX, RSX. So basically, I recommend that as a good workout, as a good warm up for windsurfing before windsurfing.
So windsurfing is a very unbalanced sport in terms of the way you use your body. You know, it's. I mean, you're basically using part of your muscles, not all of them. And you told me once that it's an isometric. Is that the way you say it? I mean,
Isometric type
isometric
of workout.
No, I mean, it's an isometric workout. It means you don't stretch the full length of the muscle. Right? How do you compensate that? I mean, what type of exercise besides swimming? Do you also recommend to do power training, to do weightlifting, or what else would supplement windsurfing?
Okay, any kind of training is better than do nothing. Windsurfing, you use arms and legs, and using arms and legs in isometric motion. Isometric means that you don't really have a dynamic motion. You straight right there, and you do this kind of movement or this kind of movement, and the weight stays on the parts that you move, the parts of your body that move. Definitely swimming and stretching, working out on the length of your body. Also in the gym is very important to improve the power, and it gets you stronger in your brain, like you get more fit, so you have a better perception of your body. I recommend a lot swimming, also exercise, kind of like a little bit of running, bicycle. Other thing I would use a lot the Bikram yoga, which is a yoga that you do with in a very hot place that allows you to go down to really stretch your body. But the best, as I said before, I remember is swimming. You get just a little bit slower. Like on an impulse that you give when you have to do the workout, the action, but you're so much better on resistance, and the body is so fluid, so stretched and loose that you feel much better. You have a better performances there.
So the implication that windsurfing can only be trained by windsurfing is not true.
No, actually no. Okay, what we do, we have a real machine over there. The beauty of windsurfing is that the technology, the sail that we have, the material that they changed in the last 20 or 30 years, they're amazing. The technology of windsurfing, the type of machine we have a mast, a carbon mast. We have a beautiful, sails with amazing patterns. Everything is on 90 degrees. The sail stick to the board. The board that has a rail, foot straps and fins allows you to be totally on top of the board with your body. Why? On surfing, they touch the board only with their feet. What we have, we use the arms. Our arms, they're on the boom. So the wind that goes into the sail, it passes through the sail. It goes into the sail, passes through your body, goes into the boards. So that wind that goes into the sail and suddenly goes into the board by the extension, the universal mast base, is also passing through you. So we have the sail that is a amazing, powerful thing, and allowed us to actually to have a drive into the pocket of the wave with the board. So we have more speed, we have more angle. Our feet, they are in foot straps. So basically, what's the part of our body? Which one they are? Arms and legs. And we have the four parts of our body, arms and legs. Then they touch actually the gear. They are on top of the gear, managing the power that goes in the sail and has to go down to the board with the fins, rail, fins, foot straps. So it's amazing because you are like a wire, electricity wire, transmitting the power from the sail to the board. The body has to be very fit. We're talking about, we have a real speed and we have a real angle, 90 degrees angle. And in case of top riders like Brausinho, Levi, Kevin Fisher, we're talking about people that they really have this kind of knowledge and talent of the machine of the windsurfing, but they have to be also really fit to repeat this movement a lot and to hold all the power that goes into the windsurfing. So I really think windsurfing doesn't have a waiting period time. We are full planning. I remember when I was 12, 13 years old and I was full planning on windsurfing. That's amazing. That's the best feeling, is a freedom. We can catch lots of waves. I mean, we can catch lots of waves. We can do the jumps, wave riding, or tricks on the wave, or freestyle slalom. I mean, think about the guys that they go slalom with a big sail and really, really long fins. And these guys, they're crazy. They go super fast, using the power of the nature, which is the wind. Windsurfing is really getting to your body on full, and the body has to be fit. What you want to do is to get stronger legs in between running, bicycle, or squats and lunges. It's very important to do the independent legs. The legs, they have to be independent. So you have to do workout on each leg. Try to unbalance yourself and to keep back the balance, to keep the balance back, and the upper body, of course, push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups. This is like the main workout you have to do. Swimming is a part of it. On swimming, you have the part of your body then it's really loose. It gets really loose, and stretch and relaxation. When you after swimming, it's like you have a body massage, a full body massage session.
I remember the certain pictures from the 90s, 1980s, 1990s, the first windsurfing champions that we had, in the windsurfing tour. What happened basically was that a lot of these guys had very strong dorsal muscles, but they had, with time they closed up. If you see what I mean, compared to surfers that vice versa, since they're paddling in the water, they open up their chest. So and then at a certain point they started working out on their chest, and so things like leveled out. Is that the case? Would you suggest to do some power work on the chest to compensate for the overuse of dorsal muscle?
Definitely, it's very important. The compensation that you're talking about is a little part of the training. I said before, there is a lots of energy goes into the sail with the wind that goes into the sail, and you have in your feet there, in the foot straps and hands and boom. So definitely you have to do a very intense workout if you want to go windsurfing. Otherwise, you can stay at the beach and you can, go spearfishing. So the thing is, it's very important to have a compensating exercise, gymnastic, or workout. What we do is not a compensation. We do a real workout, and we have this kind of training. It's hour and a half, 2 hours a day before windsurfing, and at the end of windsurfing, the best again is to swim or to stretch. To stretch in very hot places. It's a long time ago. Well, but most of the windsurfers, I come from a swimming background, so most of the windsurfers, they used to do other sports before. In this case, with Jake, now we're working a lot on swimming, athletic, and exercise to improve his resistance. I remember in Mexico, how many heats in a row you had to do, and between pros and you.
I think I sailed 7 heats that day.
Of 22 minutes.
20 minutes, and one was I think 30 minutes. was yeah, it was a lot of sailing for one day, especially for compositions, but it wasn't, since we were training a lot, it felt pretty good about it.
He was able to hold on like the sail and improve every single heat. He was doing improve his performance. He was more powerful. His angle, his turns were much better, and heat after heat actually did really good in the pros, and you go that way. So basically, what he was able to do is 7 heats of 22 minutes. And only one time he was able to rest for 10 minutes. It's amazing how his performance in each heat he was getting better, and you can do that only if you're very trained, fit, and also there is another part of training which is a windsurfing, and Jake is the one that stays in the water all 3-4 hours. This is his place, his home spot, his home is right there. And one time I remember not that long ago I said, oh, I was watching you. He said, oh, you're not watching me enough. So what we do beside training is also coaching, and I try to improve him also new tricks. So which one is your new trick right now we're working on?
We've been training a lot the Wave 360
And Ataka.
and also the Air Taka, and they've been coming slowly, but
But I don't watch you
eventually.
enough, huh?
No.
I watch him for I was here always like hour and a half, and he said, oh, you didn't watch me enough. For him I'm supposed to watch him like 3 hours.
No.
So he has a
always
very
that.
long session. Amazing. Jake is my brother. He's my younger brother. When he goes in the water for a competition in his heat, he always kills the game. Like, he's an amazing performer. Each single wave he performed a little bit better. And this year I was very proud of him in Mexico, where he performed like a super pro. When Jake is in the water, wave riding is in the money, like for real. And it's just this comes after like lots of training and lots of wave sailing together here in Maui.
I've got one last question for each one of you. Last question for Jake is concerning his Joe's session. Any feelings from Joe's? Was it harder than you expected? Was it just like you expected? Was it your first time, right? No, not your first time. Okay.
Yeah, that was my second time there, and the waves were a bit smaller than we expected, and it was super windy, but we got up there and we got some waves, and it was fun. The waves are really bumpy, and
It's true, Jake, that you chicken eat.
yeah, but
It's normal.
it was
Chicken eat.
fun.
Sometimes
It was fun
you
there.
chicken eat.
Chicken it with me is when you ran away?
Quando c'hai paura.
Oh, okay.
No, just kidding. Just
I was about to ask that. It feels better that you say, I think it's normal. So,
it's not true. I was just kidding.
okay, yes. Last question for Ferdinando in italiano. Abbiamo parlato qui del top level della Coppa del Mondo, di Jake, di atleti fantastici che escono quasi tutti i giorni, che hanno un allenamento anche dovuto al fatto che ci sono delle condizioni costanti. Che cosa suggerisci invece per gli italiani che magari escono 3-4 volte al mese nei periodi buoni? Come tenersi fit? Che cosa devono fare?
La cosa più importante è tenere alto il livello mentale, cioè pensare al windsurf, guardare video, leggere magazine. Un'altra cosa è veramente importante continuare ad avere il contatto con l'acqua. Gli italiani hanno le piscine, potrebbero andare a nuotare, provare il sistema che uso io con Jake, cioè di nuotare solo per parti del corpo, solo gambe, solo braccia, così da tenere il contatto con l'acqua. Poi un'altra cosa importante è avere una parte di allenamento atletico, dry training, l'allenamento a secco, non esagerare con la corsa, con la bicicletta, ma prevede sia corsa che bicicletta, è importante per rinforzare le ginocchia, le caviglie, per rinforzare quindi i muscoli, i quadricipiti, i bicipiti femorali, e quindi è importante avere 3 tipi di training: uno è quello dell'atletico, un altro è quello del swimming e l'altra parte è quello dello stretching. Consiglio lo yoga, lo Bikram yoga, che è diciamo si fanno questi esercizi di stretching in sale molto calde che permettono al corpo di allungare al massimo i muscoli. Un'altra cosa importante, si esce 3-4 volte al mese certe volte, ci sono bellissimi posti in Italia, c'è la Sicilia, la Sardegna, il lago di Garda, la zona di Roma, bellissima, con delle onde fantastiche, e tanti altri posti in Italia, io a Termoli. L'importante è allenarsi a livello atletico e fisico, atletico, nuotare, ma rimanere, continuare a crederci. E la giornata in acqua è un regalo. I surfisti sono delle persone naif, i windsurfisti sono doppiamente naif, perché noi andiamo alla ricerca dell'onda, della condizione della mareggiata e del vento che deve essere a 90 gradi, perché il windsurf veleggia, naviga a 90 gradi nelle condizioni belle, con il vento a 90 gradi rispetto all'onda, e quindi noi siamo doppiamente sognatori rispetto ai surfisti. Noi sogniamo il doppio, e la giornata di windsurf, quando uno parla di Kevin Pritchard o di Brausigno, ma già planare, sei un astronauta, planare sull'acqua con il windsurf è una cosa bellissima, avere la percezione del vento nella vela che passa dalle braccia attraverso il corpo e viene scaricata sulla tavola dalle gambe e con i piedi nelle foot straps, e questo in tutte le categorie. Parlo dell'RSX, del techno, parlo dello slalom, del freestyle incredibilmente difficile, e del wave sailing, che è difficile perché bisogna trovare delle condizioni buone. Se non hai quelle condizioni, però andare in acqua, in mare, in Italia, dal paese l'Italia c'è il mare da tutte le parti, è fondamentale, è una questione proprio di spazi, ci si sente meglio. Una giornata di windsurf in un qualsiasi posto italiano è un regalo di Dio.
Okay, the last thing I need to ask you, who was the first to develop the long curly hair? Did you pick your trainer based on the hair, or did they pick you, or did you pick your athlete based on the hair?
I think.
Oh, sorry.
I think I had my hair first.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Well, based on his age, I think he's lying. But anyways, we have a similarity, Jake and I. I remember when I saw Jake the first time at Okipa, he was so young, so small, so thin, and I was surprised that day. The day I saw him was probably logo eye. It was kind of like a pretty intense, and it was side-off condition, kind of like difficult, and he had no problems. He was looking at me. I didn't know him, but I feel the connection between us since the first day, and training together, try to help him to grow up, like with his body, his performances, and also technically coaching. Improve also me, and it's very good. Everyone, they could do that at every level. In Italy, in Europe, or where we are right now in Hawaii, we are lucky. But I really think Jake is my youngest brother.
Okay. So guys, best of luck for the next few competitions. I hope to be at your side in some of the IWT events, and we'll talk some more and maybe record some segments of running.